Hello, and welcome to another chaotic episode of Darkness and Derailment. In this week's episode, you join us at the start of a new adventure in the world of Bastaria. Homebrewed and DM'd by the genius and somewhat crazy mind of Lokichu, Bastaria is ripe for adventure and chaos, things our group excels at. This campaign is one that Loki has been working on for months now, and we are all extremely excited to share this adventure with you. We appreciate you taking the time to check out this episode, and ask that you like and comment on this video and subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're listening to this podcast on Spotify, Anchor, or whatever your podcast platform of choice is, please take a moment and leave us a review. Also, don't forget to check out the sessions live on Tuesdays over at twitch.tv/Silverdahliaa, starting at 6:30 p.m. Central. Again, thank you for taking the time to check out this week's episode, and without further ado, prepare to get railed.
We've got a whole new story for you guys to start tonight. We are starting the Chronicles of Bastaria because I am unoriginal when it comes to naming things. Name might change later depending on if the group itself gets a name. We'll see. Yeah. All right.
I'm done. I'm ready. Emotionally.
I'm ready.
All right. So we're starting in the world of Bastaria, specifically the nation of Bexron, which is a theocracy in this world. The 1,000-Year War has just ended. And to celebrate the merchant city of Bexron, Stratham has reopened their world market, featuring many things from many places. And here we find ourselves at the auction house, owned by the Marden family. And this is where we meet our characters as well. So do we have a volunteer, or do I roll a d6?
Roll.
Okay. How am I going to base this? I guess I can
I'd
just
say
do it by
just-
your numbers, yeah.
What's the name of the place you're at again?
The Marden auction house. You can see it in the bottom left of the map as well.
All right, thank you.
All right, yeah, there's 6 players. Okay, I don't know. Oh yeah, because fucking...
Just go.
Just-
You could.
Just use the stream screen. We have 1 through 6 from the top, going from left to right.
Yep. So D6. 2.
Oh, please.
Well, you two are a couple, so we're going
Oh,
first.
please.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the information you sent me.
Oh, please.
Yeah, stream is paused.
Stream is broken.
We have...
Why?
Although some people you can see move every once in a while.
Yeah, Halo is just fine.
Yeah.
Someone must have messed up Discord.
Oh,
Nope, we're good.
bet it was Craig.
I bet it was Craig.
Fucking Craig.
Wait, what
All
did
right.
Who's going first?
I
Is it
rolled a
us?
2, so it's gonna be the 2 of you since you're a pair.
I'm
Oh.
trying to find the information you sent me on, and I cannot find it.
I can't open it.
Oh,
So it
God.
doesn't matter.
What information are you looking for? I might be able to resend it.
Um,
It should just be in your... If you're talking about like how you got into the city, it should just be in your
I
in
have
the
my backstory.
Discord DM, like in the
I
server.
Yeah.
I know where I am.
oh,
That
in the
is jail.
server.
Yeah. Well, we meet our first set of adventurers. We find a young Aarakocra, and I forget what Amanda's race is.
I'm a half elf.
Find a young Aarakocra and half elf, seemingly walking in together, but they have some company with them. Wonder why that could be.
I don't know.
Jeff and Amanda, if
Are
you would introduce your characters, do it how you see fit.
Do you want me to do it, or you want to do it? Or
You go ahead.
Okay. My name is Alydove, or Allie. I am a half elf bard. I am in a life partnership with a bird man. I don't know if we're technically married.
I don't think it was ever decided what you guys were
We
yet.
are a package deal, however. The weirdest couple, or one of the weirdest couples. I don't know how much else I think we should reveal right now.
Do you
so
have like
far.
a brief description of what she looks like, or
I think that Allie is long, really light blonde hair.
looks like she has a tattoo of some kind?
She does. My cat is screaming.
Scream.
He's
Only
scrum.
scream.
She is sassy. She likes to
Alright.
commit thievery.
Oh God. That might be why she's in this situation in the first place.
And with my life partner.
Tim, if you're ready to introduce yourself.
You said the Marden auction house. Is it in Bextron or is it in Marden? It's
The
owned by
Marden
the
is the name of
Marden
the
family.
Yeah, it's owned by the Marden family in Stratham, which is the
Stratham.
merchant city of Bextron. Yeah, Bextron is the country, and then Stratham is the city that you guys are in right now.
I am Tim. That is the human name I go by. My Aarakocra name is BlamTimKnickKnack. But that's a lot. It's a mouthful. So we just it was decided very early on that I would be called Tim. What do I look like?
I don't know. Do you perhaps look like a bird person?
Trying to
Yes, very wings. Yes,
very wings.
much feathers.
Trying to. I might have put that information in. Okay. Give me just a second.
All right. Well, while you're looking for that, I'm gonna roll to see who's next. Okay, I know who's next now.
Are they also in jail?
No, it's just you two. Well, depending on how it goes, there could be one other person that gets sent to jail, but
Nice.
as long as you guys do what you're supposed to, no one's gonna end up in jail.
Never mind. I don't have it in here either. Wait. Oh, no, I do. Okay. I'm just shy of 5 foot.
He's also shorter than me, by the
if
way.
if I stand
You
on my
stand short,
talons,
King.
if I stand on my talons, I can measure at 5'1". Bright orange plumage. A little bit of teal mixed in, and just ever so slight specks of white on my feathers. My eyes steel gray.
Awesome.
I've seen a lot in my short 35 years of life, but when I met Allie, it really just, for better or for worse, changed my entire outlook on how things work.
No.
Aww.
Did you want to disclose your class, or are you gonna keep that secret for now? If not, I know who we're moving on to next.
I have very sticky talons. I am a rogue. I was trained in being small, even for an Aarakocra. I was trained in the art of deception and thievery. So
Love this couple already.
Learned very early on that I had a talent not only for commandeering things that I wanted or needed. I was also very, very good at
talking and getting people to do what I wanted.
So you have
Better
talented
at
talents.
squawking.
I was very good at squawking, yes.
Yeah. All right. If that's all you've got,
That's it.
Coming in next to the waiting room of the auction house, we have a scaled variety of friends. Not sure how to deal with the soft ones quite yet, but Ben, if you'd like to introduce your character.
I can tell you right now, Vyth is staying very far away from the soft ones that just walked in.
Yeah, so he's all the way in the back corner there.
Oh yeah. Vyth is a lizard folk, and I'm probably going to 90% of the time refer to him as a lizard man or lizard men, something like that. He is a big boy, something like that. He is 6'4", 275. He has got gold. I think it's classified as like chainmail, but essentially it's not like a full sheet. It's just sort of covering vital organs and stuff. Carrying a big old obsidian club, again with kind of like gold inlaid on it. I don't really know what to say without giving a lot away. I don't know. He's on a mission from God.
We all.
There's at least a couple options there. All right. If that's all you've got, next up, I rolled 2 again. God damn it. We're just gonna. All right. So we have another scaled variety of friend walking in. Not much. Doesn't seem that much like there's that much going on with him. But who knows? Maybe he can surprise you guys. Ybarra, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
So Ybarra is a taller, not as tall as Vyth, but he's a taller, more built dragonborn. He also looks very like he's almost dirty, like he's been working. He is coming to the auction house for a purpose. He has an apron over his shoulder, meaning he may have taken it off just to come in the building for appearances. He is covered in a little bit of soot. He is a blacksmith's apprentice in the town, and he has come to possibly requisition something from the auction house. He has dark black scales and blue eyes with green just around the iris.
Awesome. All right, now we're down to the ever so lovely D2. All right, next in we have, thankfully, nothing too crazy this time, but still, probably going to be something crazy. Tasha, if you'd like to introduce your character.
Hi, my character's name, I don't remember the last name. Her name's Amari Desamere. She goes by Ray. She's basically worked at the temple her whole life, and she seems a little bit crazy and obsessed with said temple and all their ideas and beliefs. She is a high elf. She has blue eyes with gold specks. No, blue-green eyes with gold specks. She also has a birthmark that I think goes on the left eye. And with that eye, it's also white. She has pale blue skin and silver white hair. She is 5'10" and is 250 years old. She is a small bean.
Starting off young there, I see.
Am I the shortest fucker in this party?
And I know how it feels.
All right. If that's all you've got, then we've saved the best for last. TJ, if you'd like to introduce your character.
Sure, it's my jet subs rolling on my keyboard. Walking in, you see a ordinary, scraggly, light brown furred cat walk into the room. He's got, like I said, he's got light brown fur. He's got like a green tunic on, carrying a small crossbow and holding kind of just carry bag, just a little knapsack. He has light blue eyes, stands at about 6'3". I come here in the hopes to learn more about magic. Basically, I want to learn to where I don't mess
Lose
up,
control.
lose control, don't mess up, and try to make a name for myself along the way.
All right, and then with
That's
that out of the way,
I'm pretty
you guys
ordinary.
can move your characters to where you think you'd be sitting, because that's how that works.
Do I have a choice?
Yeah, I said you can pick where you want to sit or be standing.
I was just wondering if I actually had a choice
I mean, you do.
based on
I
why
just
I'm
don't
at the
know.
auction house.
Oh, no, yeah, you two are in the corner with somebody not too far away from you.
So I don't have a choice.
Everybody else does, but not you two.
It seems like a lot to take in already.
Yeah, no, these two were escorted here for one reason or another.
We're here for work.
Yeah, they're here for
I
work.
bet.
What it sounds like.
We're definitely here for work.
Right.
I'm guessing it's pro bono the way you got the guy next to you too.
Hey, you know what? Work is work.
All right. Then you hear someone say on the other side of the door, yeah, they're just in there. And you see a short fellow walk into the room.
Like shorter
you see-
than the bird.
Shorter than the bird, but this guy's probably not going to get much taller than the bird anyways. You see a kind of slovenly looking dwarf walk into the room. Big, bushy brown beard, long, slicked back, brown hair. Seems to let himself go a little bit, but he's still kind of holding it together for his job. Kind of like, I'm dressed up nicely because I have to be. But once I get home, I'm in sweats all the way. Like that
Good.
kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
And he walks.
Are you
into
trying to describe me? Is that what's happening here? I'm feeling attacked?
I said long, slicked back hair, so it can't be you.
No, that's fair.
And he walks in and says, "All right, my name's Elantar. I hear you guys are all here for work."
Yeah.
Yeah, you two don't have a choice, so we'll get to that in a second.
I don't know.
Everything in life is a choice.
Keep telling yourself that.
You're so smart, babe.
Could you spell that?
Yes, I
Elantar?
can. Elantar.
And you said he was a dwarf?
Yes, he is a dwarf. All right. So, how many of you is this your first time in the Mardan auction house?
Raise my hand real high.
I would like to raise my hand with attitude.
I just kind of
So-
like flick my hand up and then back down.
Ybarra says how many of you are here for work, and he knows he was sent by the guy he's apprenticing with to kind of check on to possibly requisition something. So at the word work, he kind of cocks his eyebrow like, I thought I was here because of my work. And I guess he kind of raises his hand because he's never been here before.
All right.
I have two questions.
Yeah.
First question: what does this dwarf serve as? Is he like in charge of the auction house?
No, this is not. His last name is not Mardan. He is just kind of.
So he's just a worker.
Yeah, he works here. Best I can tell you is that he is in charge of hiring people to do jobs for the auction house to like either where they go collect stuff.
So he's
Or-
talent search. He's a talent scout.
Not exactly talent scout because he also goes out and looks for items on his own sometimes as well. So he's just kind of general item getter, whether he pays someone to do it or gets it himself.
Okay, so he's a flunky.
Kinda.
He's a recruiter essentially.
Am I
Yeah.
am I in handcuffs currently? Mine shackles.
I would also like to know if I am in handcuffs.
Currently, you're not in handcuffs because you guys have been cooperating so far, but you see two
Mm.
sets of shackles on the side of this guard just in case things were to change.
Okay, so then I'll gently raise my like hand with my wing attached to it.
All right, so we've got a bunch of first timers here. All right, so we have a couple of jobs available, preferably for a bigger group. So if you guys are going, you're gonna be going together. So get used to each other.
I'd just like to say that my character doesn't like this already.
I would like.
All right. You'll be supplied with some basic equipment to help your job a little bit. We've got some potions for you guys just on the off chance that you need it.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I did not sign up to get hurt. What the hell is going on?
It's not for getting hurt. It's in
Wanna
case
remind-
you get hurt.
I want to remind you we didn't actually sign up at all.
Yeah, I know.
This is gonna go so well.
Yeah, it is. Gonna go great.
I'm so happy to be here.
Not all of the jobs are harmful. You see, you kind of took like a pause before he said harmful, because anything could end up harmful once you leave the city's limits, especially with the time that it is right now.
What, like 5 o'clock?
No. We can get more to that at. All right. So we've got 3 jobs up for the taking. You guys can vote on it, or you can pick it and find a new group. I don't know. This is going to be up to you guys. We have a village to the northeast of here that we've lost contact with during the long fight that just ended not that long ago, if that's what you want to call it. We lost contact with them, and we've just noticed that they had sent multiple requests for help. So that's one of the jobs.
As that happens, can I cast prestidigitation to make the lights flicker?
You can.
Do I need to roll
I
it?
Do
like
you
how
do
they
it stealthily,
just
or
did
are
it.
you doing it kind of a...
Absolutely, I'm doing it stealthily.
Then roll a stealth check.
18.
Ooh.
All right. And now I'm going to roll for the guard's perception check as he is watching you two.
Oh no.
He rolled a 19. -2.
Oh.
So he doesn't seem to notice you casting anything.
So like, I just want the lights to flicker as he starts talking about this village in distress, to set the mood.
So you see the lights flicker, and he just out of nowhere yells "Ghost!" and gets under the table in the middle of the room.
Vyth joins him.
And then he all of a sudden sees this like lizard just dive at him under the table, and just fucking screams and gets out from underneath the table.
It's giant fucking lizard.
Then realizing he's fine, picks himself up, like dusts himself off, and then looks out the door to see if anybody is like looking, and just comes back inside.
Besides everybody inside.
I just look at Allie with this disappointing face, and I say, "We're already in trouble. Are you trying to make this worse?"
I didn't do anything.
You're a liar.
I know.
So that was you then. Okay. Duly noted. Okay, so the village to the northeast of here. We lost contact with them. They said they needed help, but they never said with what. So that's the job that might be a little dangerous. Well, they're all a little dangerous depending on how you view it, but...
Need help doing taxes, bro.
Which one pays the most?
The one that pays the most. Recently, there is a group of bandits that have been attacking merchants on their way into the markets before they get to the city.
Nice.
At the mention of gold, I look over at the guard and I ask, "Are we getting paid?"
I feel like we should warn hazard pay for this. Like,
He says
you
the group
would.
itself will get paid. and the fine you owe for your crime will be taken out.
How much is the fine we owe?
What did you do again? You can tell this guy's not exactly the quickest on the uptake, which is why he...
He robbed a merchant.
Why did you say no? I did not rob a merchant.
Oh, yeah, you guys are the ones that attempted to rob a merchant.
We did
She
not.
robbed a merchant.
And you were the one with the item in your hand, so...
She told me to do it.
Tim, I'm gonna throw you into the sun.
Okay, so the fine for that, I believe, is 20 gold. And then after that, the rest of it is what you're going to do with it.
Not put my gold in here.
Well, good luck, because pretty much after this, you guys are going to be thrust into a market, so...
I'm going to find it.
So
Alright.
how much does this job pay then? This
So the
merchant
job for finding the bandit camp, that'll be paying... How much was that paying again? I wasn't expecting that question so quick. I haven't even said one of the jobs.
You expected us not to be greedy? Come on.
You were asked which job pays the most. You should be prepared for this information.
Yeah, I should have.
Baruin is looking for the fastest way to gain money right now. He's going to go for whatever
I
pays
have
the
a
most.
whopping 10 gold pieces on my inventory. I need more.
All right. The job for the bandit camp will pay about 945 gold. That splits among the party, so you all get about 130 something.
Oh shit.
God dang.
It's very important because not only are the bandits taking the items from the merchants, they're also taking the merchants
Like,
for
the
whatever
merchant,
reason.
like murder taking or like kidnap taking.
There's no bodies, so I'm going to assume kidnapping, but who knows what happens to them after.
Also, I'd kind of raise my talent and squawk just a little bit and say it's actually 158 gold pieces a piece. 160 if you want to round up.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
You said it was 945 gold total, right?
Oh, I
Divided
I
by
did
7
the
versus
math
5
wrong
plus 6.
because I thought 7
You
players
calculated for
still.
7.
Yeah.
I calculated for 6. It's 157.5 gold pieces.
And there you go, 157.5.
You could just round up to 160, you know.
Oh, could I now?
I'd hate for you to have to keep up with extra gold pieces.
No,
What
I
a
think
bore.
we'll be fine with the extra gold pieces. Jeff, if you want to make a persuasion check, he might consider.
What is my persuasion modifier?
Can
Okay.
It's like I can help.
Now, do you want to roll as well, or do you want to give him advantage?
I was just gonna give him advantage. I mean,
Okay,
roll
so-
twice.
just like give him a look.
20.
Yeah, that'll. All right, so 160 gold. Each of you, 960 split between the party.
All right, I like that.
That's great. You guys feel that you want to possibly go get yourselves killed. But before we do that, you said there were 3 jobs. Before you idiots go and do that, you said there was a 3rd job. What is the 3rd job? If you
Yes,
don't mind me
I
asking.
think involving ghosts.
Well, we don't know what it is. That's why we're hiring someone for it.
Ghosts?
Because the Mardent not only run the auction house here, they also run the city.
Oh, okay. So that's what this is.
That's also why you were given the option to work off your crime. What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, so the other job is that animals in the area have recently been more aggressive as of late. So we think something's got to be happening to them outside in the forest areas. We're just not entirely sure what.
So what are we supposed to do about that?
Probably
Well-
find out what's causing the problem.
Yeah, Yeah, but like,
Doesn't seem like that hard of a conclusion to draw.
you know, I don't know who you think you are talking to me like this. It's a fair question. Are we supposed to go follow an animal until we realize why it gets aggressive? Like, I just wanted more information because it seems like a pretty vague quest, sir.
I can give you more information if you would all calm down for a second.
I'm calm.
I shoot Allie another disappointing glance. I'm just like, what the fuck are you trying to cause here?
Don't
All right,
worry about it, just trust me.
where is the map for this?
Me trusting you's about to get us both killed.
We
Okay, there we are.
We're already being watched by a guard.
Would you say we're being watched like a hawk?
You know what? You know I don't like it when you make
Are you
jokes
guys
like
whispering that, or are you guys just saying that out loud?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Was that being whispered, or was that out loud?
I think this whole
Your
thing
call.
was whispered.
Your call. You decide if we were whispering or not.
All right. So Elantar doesn't seem to notice, but you see the guard just facepalm.
Like,
He just kind of sighs and asks,
I love you.
"Do you need me for anything at this point, or am I
love
good to go
you.
back to my station?" And Elantar just replies, "No, I think I should have it from here." And so the guard does leave.
Tim.
Slightly frustrated with the situation
you.
in general. More frustrated with Allie in particular.
You'd love to make fun of me.
I love you.
I think that's the only reason you keep me around.
I love you. There's
All
no one
right.
who can please me like you.
So yeah, the woods to the southwest of here, they are on the border of Strawwood, so you do have to watch out for the border.
Okay.
But outside of that, we assume it's just another animal that's a new predator that's gotten into the area and is altering the food chain, for lack of a better term.
Out of character for a moment. What do you mean by watch out for the border? Is that important?
Yeah, if you look at the map in the notes section, you can kind of see the woods are obviously a little bit bigger than that, but that line there is kind of where the border between Strawwood and Bexron is. So the woods are mainly in Strawwood, but there's a good chunk of it in Bexron.
Okay.
There's
what
more
is
forest there than it looks like, though. Just as a heads up, I got lazy with trees.
3 trees.
Yeah.
How do you?
what is the some those are two different territories, right? Like two different
Strawwood is its own country. Bexron is their own
Okay.
country,
and
and they were the two main forces butting heads in the war. So the
Okay.
border is kind of
Okay,
tight.
so the border.
Border is kind of tight.
What are the consequences for crossing the border?
They just got out of a major war.
So
So
this kind of
tensions
a
are probably
major
still
war,
high.
so you will be tried, or at least attempted to be captured and tried for potentially spying, if not smuggling,
Let
or
me
something
smuggle my
like
bird
that.
person over the border.
Is
Yeah.
this do we know if this situation that's going on in the forest is also affecting the local cities of Strawwood? And it could be beneficial for us to help both regions.
It could be beneficial for both regions because there's not exactly like a border wall,
Mm-hmm.
but there is guards that do patrol in the forest to make sure that nothing is happening.
Okay.
So there have been guards missing from both sides that have been found either mangled, mauled, or something similar. So whatever it is big and it is unhappy.
Look at that girl. Look at that other girl.
So based off all the information we have, would it be safe to assume that the family wants this is their highest priority, with it attacking guards and possibly being able to attack the citizens of the nearby areas? Or are they more concerned with
You see him sit to think for a second because he doesn't want to speak for the Marden specifically, but he knows which job is which job is of more concern to the auction house in general, so he's gonna go with that one. The bandits seem to be more of a problem because we can't get new things in if there's no merchants to bring them in.
Wait, so you want us to deal with the animals and then the merchants?
He doesn't want us to
You
deal with the
guys can.
animals.
The animals, if we're being honest, I think the animal one can wait because that's the government's problem and not mine.
Nice. I agree. Fuck the government.
But if they control the city, why not just they're the one and the same?
I don't work for the city, I work for the auction house.
Which is run
You
by the
work
people who
for-
run the city.
You work for what is their name?
The Marden family.
No, but like who? What like specifically? You know, just curious.
Duke Marden is the one that mainly owns the he's the head of the family for the Marden.
Is he married?
Mhm.
What?
It is the Marden family.
You just see him kind of looked at you confused. Like, is she legitimately asking because she's interested without meeting this guy, or is she just trying to get the guy distracted?
I tuck my head under my wing.
Did I?
How much? I ask him, how much power does this Duke have within?
Well, the Duke currently does not reside in Stratham because he is the treasurer for the country. Currently, his son
so
is
he's
running.
important.
He is important.
Oh, nice.
Currently, his son Nemud is running the auction house as it is.
How do you spell
Mm.
that?
It's like
Nemud.
Barman's like, well, yes, the bandits pay more. Getting in good graces with a guy that may or may not own this town. I vote out animals.
I vote more money.
Are we all having to do this together?
Sorry.
I mean, safety in numbers.
I'll go for majority.
Could you you said it was Mammoot?
Nemud. Nemud.
Nemud. And he's basically overseeing the town for his father, Duke.
He's overseeing the auction house. The father is still
The Duke, my dear.
the father is still responsible for the city.
Oh, so we don't have the father's name. We just know him
No.
as the Duke.
The Duke.
That's the thing. I'm trying to find where I wrote down the father's
Okay.
name, and I can't fucking find it.
Okay, no big deal.
So I could have swore I wrote it down. Why?
That's fine. Is let me ask you this question.
Oh no,
Lancer.
I am stupid.
Oh.
I
Geez.
did write down the first name for the Duke.
What just happened?
His first name is Marden, and it's
His
the
name is
DeMarco
Mark.
family. I am so sorry.
So this is
You
the
know, it would have been better if his
It's
name
still
was
the Marden
Marden
auction house
Marden.
because he's the fucking.
okay.
It's
Okay,
still
so
the Marden auction house. That's where
But
it got
it's
me confused.
Marden DeFranco?
Marden
DeMarco.
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 Yeah, we got Philip DeFranco running the auction house.
So his name is Marden DeMarco.
Yes.
Bingo.
Or Duke DeMarco
Is
to
he a
anybody
bad
that doesn't know
bitch?
him. What is your problem?
I don't know.
And Lancer, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Is there any benefit if we just accept would we potentially make more money if we accepted all 3 jobs and took care of all of them?
Wait, what's the third job?
If you accepted all 3 jobs, you could definitely do that.
But is there like a bonus if we take on all 3?
Ooh, I like that idea. What's the third job, by the way?
So you have one job, which is investigating the bandits in the area.
Mhm,
The
yes,
second
yes,
job
yes.
is investigating the forest for a new predator in the area. I don't know how else to
Yes.
put it other than that. And
Yes.
the third job is investigating a nearby village that
Ah,
requested
that's right,
help
the
but got
village.
ignored. And you don't know if they were ignored because they didn't specify why they needed help, or if they got ignored because the paperwork got lost. So
Oof.
you just kind of know that they got ignored after multiple requests for help.
I mean, if we do all 3 jobs, that's a lot of money.
Yes, but you also can't do all 3 jobs at the same time.
Well, no, but we can do them all fast.
How long have you had these jobs? How long have you been seeking hire for these jobs?
The Predator one's been going on for the better part of a month now because it's not directly related with the auction house.
Uh-huh.
Then because the war ended while the job was offered, like the war was still going when this job was offered. So that's why it's kind of been left alone because nobody wanted to really go near the border.
Mhm.
The Forgotten Town, we tried to send somebody out there about a week ago.
Did they also get forgotten?
No, they did not also get forgotten. But they said nothing was wrong and that the city had never sent any request for help. So that's been there for the. But there was something a little bit different about the adventure that returned, so that's why we want to send a second group of people just to make sure.
So you've had
Because there
this.
were requests in the hundreds for help from this town.
So you've had this job for the better part of a week.
A week and a half about.
And then what about
And
the bandits?
the bandit one was issued quite literally at the start of the market, so a day or two ago.
So that one's probably your highest priority. It's also worth the most money.
All right.
I think we should deal with the bandits first, personally.
I'm not here to make choices. You guys talk about it amongst yourselves, and I'll be waiting here. And you just kind of see he kind of tries to block the door, so he's just leaning up against the door, trying to picture more specifically that Tim and Allie don't try to leave.
So Ybarra throughout this conversation has gone from confused to visibly frustrated.
Yeah.
He turns around and walks out the door.
Well, currently the dude is blocking the door.
Which one?
The dwarf.
The one to the right is a window.
Yeah, that's a window.
Well, I
thought.
just pointed that way because I normally walk out a door.
Did I? Fuck! I closed the map. God damn it.
Oh, I didn't know I could move other people. I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't want to open. Did I close the map? Where the fuck is it? Let's see what happens if I click my own link. Nope, that's the wrong link. Fuck. Okay, everything's still here. Sweet. But yeah, I don't have a token for him, so the dude's just kind of blocking the door there. Don't ask why he doesn't have a shirt on. I was just looking for a token.
Sure.
What's his name?
Elantar.
Oh, this is Elantar?
Yeah, this is Elantar.
Elantar, sir?
Blocking the door. Yes.
Elantar, sir, I thank you for the offer of work, but I've sit here and I need to find out why. If you excuse me, I have a conversation I need to go have very quickly.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'll possibly be back in a moment. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm here for a reason in the city, and this is not it. I need to go find out why I was sent here.
He says okay, and he slides to let you out of the door.
All right.
And then once you leave, he immediately goes back to blocking the door.
Okay, so now that guy's gone, what are we doing?
You see Elantar kind of peek under the table, and is Vyth still there, or is he?
Vyth fell asleep about 15 minutes ago.
He kind of just starts kicking you and says, "Hey, wake up!"
Vyth kind of like, you hear that thump, he hits his head against the table, and he like scurries out and is like, what?
Be nice to him. He was just taking a nap. It's a mood.
He just kind of glares at you and just ignores it.
Okay, so Mr. Lizard Sir, we're going. We have 3 jobs. I think that we should take the one worth the most money. Do you have any thoughts?
Vyth just kind of nods.
Agree?
Yeah.
Agree? Okay, so that's 2. That's 2 for bandits, babe. What do you think?
You know, I'll go wherever you want to go.
Fly. Why's that?
Don't make me answer that question.
What's that? Tim, baby, why is that?
Leave me alone.
I love you. So, do you... I'm gonna look directly at Amari and be like,
I can't see your face, so.
I am looking directly at you, and I'm kind of like, you want to go? You want to go hunt some bandits? Yeah.
Baruin legitimately does not care as long as he can get the funds to go into where he needs to go.
I feel like doing the one worth the most money is going to get you.
But as well, it's like, well, yes, that can get us some money. We can also do the animal one and maybe get some influence from more powerful people.
I don't see why we can't do all 3. I feel like
works.
we do the bandits and then we go do with the like weird possessed animals, and then maybe we can go to the village on our way, like whatever.
Also, possessed animals kind of intrigues Baruin right now. So that's why he's also
I don't think
interested
I
in
caught
doing
your
that.
name, ma'am, but you look very angry.
I'd rather deal with quiet people.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
For you or me?
Probably you.
We'll see about that.
So, are you gonna come with us, or are you just gonna pout in the corner? Like
I've already stated that I'll go with the majority. I'm sorry you weren't listening.
It's okay. It's hard to hear. It's hard to hear over your little baby fit.
Again, if you were listening, you would have been able to hear me.
All right. So it sounds like the bandit job is the only one someone's really trying for. Are you guys okay with that?
I don't know.
Should we wait for that other guy to come back?
Yeah, like I don't.
If you think he'll be back quickly, then we can go with that.
Do you think we need to wait for him?
There's a knock at the door.
And you see Elan's just kind of peeks his head out, and he's like at like knee high with you. He's compared to you, he's not that fucking tall. He's just like staring at your kneecap right now. And he just looks up. Yeah? Are you back already?
Apparently so.
Alright, get your ass in here.
This time I come back with a great axe over my shoulder.
Oh.
Ah, that's what you had to pick up. Perfect for the job.
Sure, we'll go with that.
You don't seem that happy to be here.
I don't like people who talk before they think. And when I say that, I want to try just to get her to, because I know when I was there, she was talking way too much for my liking. I want to try and roll intimidation to just get her to stop talking for 5 seconds so we can
I would
not
like
have to suffer this voice.
At the same time, cast Vicious Mockery on him.
What's the save?
Oh my god.
See, I'm just trying to...
Halo, roll intimidation.
Okay.
And then we'll see where that goes if you can get your Vicious Mockery off. Because I do hope you know Vicious Mockery does do damage.
What do I need to roll?
You don't roll anything for Vicious Mockery.
No, but what do I need to roll for his intimidation check?
You don't roll anything.
It's me.
Okay.
That is... Oh god, it's probably not going to work. It's a 12.
You see her kind of quiet down a little bit. And then... Amari, if you wondered what were you going to viciously mock him with?
I'm not really gonna say anything that he can.
I'm Amari.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not Amari, Ali.
It.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
That's gonna happen a lot this campaign. I just want you to know.
I I'm just gonna kind of
Like, what do you say? What is your verbal component for this spell?
My verbal component is gonna be like, "You stupid scaly bitch!" Like it's just gonna be something stupid. Cause I'm petty.
All right.
So
Mm-hmm.
Ybarra, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Wait,
I hope it fails.
what's the DC?
The DC is 14, so
Oh,
you
I
take
see.
no damage. The advantage saved you.
Yep.
And then you just all of a sudden hear Elantra yell, "No magic! You said you wanted to get paid. Do you want to get paid or not?"
Well, yeah, I guess.
Apparently, she wants to give the coin to somebody else.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, your mom.
Okay, she could use it. She's got a house that needs roofing
God.
repairs.
Oh dear God.
You see Elantar stick his head out the door.
Bard may have been a mistake. Just
You see
by the
Elantar
way.
stick his head out of the door and say something. If Tim and Allie can roll a perception check for me to kind of see if to kind of hear
You
what he said.
Perception?
Perception. If anyone that's close to the door can roll for perception.
Are we close to
So
the door?
you're not close to the door, but this is mainly because
Oh,
of.
is it because of, like,
Ooh.
where we're at in
16.
All right. So if Tim can roll
One
his.
hearing.
I don't perceive shit.
All right.
I got a 4.
Do I perceive it?
Yeah, I think you and both you and Allie would perceive that that Elantar kind of peeked his head out the door to talk to the receptionist and say, "Hey." And he kind of asks if the guard is still around, because he's almost had it with Amari. Not Amari, Allie. It's the fuck. They both start with A, and it's getting me.
Just call me Ray.
Just call her Ray.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, like she said.
I just see Amari on the screen, so that's what I'm going with.
Change
All
it.
right. But yeah, both Ybarra and Allie would hear that Elantar essentially asks for the guard to come back. Now, you don't know how long that'll take, or if the guard's exactly happy to come back, so we'll see where that takes us.
Nice. Nice.
All right. So welcome back. I don't believe I got your names. I need to get that. So starting with you, the man that just walked back in. What's your name?
Ybarra.
All right, you see him write that down. You, orange, cat, brown. Yes, you. Name.
Baruin.
He writes that
Clawmire.
down. Oh, we have a last name. Okay. And then you see him point at the other lizard and say, "Scary lizard, what's your name?"
Vyth.
You see him write that down. And then
What's
he points
yours?
to what?
Huh?
Ybarra just kind of watches it and just walks over and goes, "Are you okay? You seem a little rattled earlier. Are you all right?"
People just started jumping under tables. Where I come from, if someone does that, you follow them.
Buddy, do we need to get you a nice rock to lay on? Or do we need to take a nap?
Just need to get Vyth some noise canceling headphones.
I'm fine.
Fair enough, I guess. But with a traveling companion like that one, I guess you'll be under the table a lot. So let's try to avoid it if we can for now.
Okay.
All right, and then he points to you, scary lady in the corner. What's your name?
Amari with an I, and you don't need my last name.
Fair enough. I don't need it. And then he says, "I have your 2 names. Don't you worry about that."
Yeah, no, you don't. Don't worry about it.
Is that so, Allie? And it looks like we have what? You see, he gets to Tim's name. It's like, we'll just Tim.
Just
Don't
call
be
it. Yeah, there you
culturally
go.
insensitive.
He does say, we'll just go with Tim because I am not pronouncing that entire thing every
That's like
time.
my husband's name.
I start squawking like sad eagle squawking. Clearly trying to deceive this guy that it actually hurts my feelings that people call me Tim.
No, it's okay, baby.
Hey, why can't
Roll a
he call
deception
me?
check.
Why can't he call me by my name?
Roll a deception check, Jeff.
Sad eagle screech.
Sad eagle screech.
TJ, can you give us a sad eagle screech?
I have not done an Eagle Screech in forever.
It's an 8.
You see, he
That's
kind of
insane.
feigns like, oh, poor baby, but he keeps going anyways.
Oh.
I tuck my head under my wings again.
We reach over and like stroke.
All right.
The other.
We're gonna prepare the things that you guys need for your adventure for tomorrow.
Great. Tomorrow?
Yes, and just so I'm clear, you guys are taking the bandit job.
Yes.
Why? What idiot decided the bandit job?
All
Well,
those idiots.
what
The
do you
same
think?
idiot that tried to cast magic. You see everybody's head just kind of point towards Amari, and Elantar just says the same
What?
idiot that tried to cast magic twice.
Yeah,
To Alydove.
Did
I
not
love
point
it.
at Amari. Pointed at Allie. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, God fucking damn it!
I love it.
That's-
It's I love it. It's Vyth points at her. Ray points at majority rules. No one says me. All hands just go to her.
Just
Yeah.
a shrug.
I've got one of my I've got my wings over my head, but I've also got a talon pointed right at Allie.
I am your idiot. Excuse me.
So,
The change is nothing.
question for
Disrespect.
Elantar
Yeah.
are these two things located in the same place? Like, are the
No.
bandits taking people from this forest?
No, the bandits are to the east of here.
Okay.
So it's not entirely far from the Forgotten Village, for lack of a better term,
So why don't we
but
just
it's
go
not
get
exactly close.
So what you're saying is it'd be a good idea to possibly scope out the village while we're checking on these bandits.
It couldn't hurt,
Could
but
you pay us for that? Gonna like hold up the money sign. Like
Just say yes. I'm sure she'll rack up another fine or 5 before we get back.
Those who hold their tongue receive more
okay,
than
so that
gold.
means
both of you to assume I want
Ybarra,
gold.
Ybarra and Allie roll persuasion checks to see if he gives you the pay for checking on
That's a nat
the
fucking
village.
20, baby.
Okay.
With a
For a total
that makes
of-
it a 26.
I mean, I don't care if we get paid for it or not. I've got a little money.
Total of
I'm not broke as fuck.
26.
And he looks at you and is like, if you guys insist on checking upon the village on your way back, then you can get paid for that job. That job
Great.
doesn't pay as much because the situation is not supposed to be dangerous.
Okay. Who does
Yeah, not supposed to be.
What does it pay?
The job pays about 120 gold for you to split.
So
So
20.
that would be
20
about
each.
20 gold each, yeah.
Hey, there's that fine they were talking about earlier.
Hey, you know what? Fuck you.
Not with a 50-foot pole.
You'd like it.
Got a couple of assholes at this campaign. I like it. All
No,
right.
I'm not. I just Ybarra, like, he does his work well and he's good at customer service when it's time, but he tries not to suffer idiots if he doesn't have to. And for what he does, for what he does, he's pretty persuasive for what he does.
I understand.
All right.
All right, so the enter says, perfect. You guys are going to take 2 jobs from us. Meet back here tomorrow after breakfast. We'll get you some equipment to take with you. The rest of the day is yours. If you need a place to stay, there are a couple of taverns I can recommend to you.
I raise my talon again.
Yeah.
Are we free to go?
You guys are free to go, but 10 a.m. tomorrow after breakfast, whichever comes first, I guess.
And what if we don't show up?
If you don't show up, we're going to be putting out wanted posters, and you will be hunted down.
So, dumb question. No, never mind. Don't worry about it.
What's the question?
No, don't worry about it. It's fine. I
Roll a
answered it
persuasion
myself.
check. Roll a persuasion check, because now he kind of wants to know what you're talking about.
That would be another nat 20 for a 26 total.
God damn it, fucking bards. Fucking bards. Okay. He says, if you insist. But yeah, if you guys are looking for any inns to stay at the night, the Woodland Rogue has really good food, and the Spotted Owl has some impressive cocktails. They both should have rooms available for the night.
Cocktails.
And then you guys are free to go as you please. The market is around you, so you guys can shop before tomorrow's mission. And you'll also be given some potions before you leave tomorrow as well, just to kind of let you guys know what you're getting.
How many potions will we be receiving a piece?
You guys are going to be receiving 6 lesser, so like the 6 basic, the lowest level
Mhm.
healing potions, and
One
then
each.
yeah, basically one for each of you, and then
Okay.
is it a and then 2 greater healing potions.
That's okay. So that's for the entire party, just 2.
Yeah, but
Okay.
those should be able to. Those are like life and death emergency, because that's
Yeah,
4d4 plus 4. So those don't seem as important for what you guys are going to fight. So that's why they
Yeah.
figured more of the lesser healing potions than the greater healing potions.
Okay.
A lesser healing potion heals what?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay.
So it should be able to heal pretty much all of you back up to full, as long as you roll well. And I will say, for the purposes of this campaign, you can take a potion as a bonus action, but if you wanted to force feed someone a potion, that would still be an action.
Okay.
And then
Taking
other
it
than that,
yourself is bonus. Giving it to
Yeah.
someone else is an action.
yeah. But if you wish to take your action to do the potion, you can take max healing from the potion, so you don't have to roll.
Okay.
If we use that as our action.
If you take the potion for yourself as an action, you can just get max healing. And then the town is yours. You have been Amari and Tim have been warned that if they try to leave the city, they will be
Allie and
Allie.
Tim.
I'm
Allie
so
and Tim.
sorry.
Allie and
Again.
Tim.
Allie and Tim. Allie and Tim. Allie and
How's
Tim.
it feel?
Allie and
How's
Tim.
it feel to be
To be fair,
replacing
those names are
Ray?
very close to each other.
Yeah.
Throw up my hood and cloak and I head to the market.
I'm gonna step away for a minute. I'm sorry. I have to pee.
I'm gonna go look for a
We can
place
take a
to
quick
fill
break
the
right
book.
now. Yeah, we'll just take a quick break. We'll be back 5-10 minutes. Yeah, so you guys are free to explore in the market. You could find pretty much anything that you want to look for. It's just a matter of how quickly you can find it. So, does anybody have anything in particular they want to look for, or
Where do you want to go?
My agenda is find a courier so I can send a letter back to family to let them know what's going on.
okay, that's easy enough to
And-
find.
And then after that, I'm gonna go find a place with books.
Okay,
I would like to find a shop that would sell incense.
okay, that should be easy enough too. We'll start with TJ here real quick. The courier service is pretty much is very easy to find. You just go to the big building with a bunch of owls and pigeons flying in and out of it. You're like, that looks about right, because you remember getting letters before through the mail by air.
Okay.
And you're shipping a letter to where you're from, right?
Yes.
All right, that's not too far. So it'd be 2 silver to send the letter.
All right. I pay the silver.
All right. Is there anything else you need from us today?
Is it? Oh, can you point me to the nearest library?
Library, or do you want a bookstore? Do you want to own the book, or do you want to rent the book? is more what
Bookstore.
I'm asking. Okay, the nearest bookstore. You're gonna want to head. And you see she kind of leans over like the desk there, and she points out the door and to the right. You should see a store called Tabitha's Tantalizing Tomes. That should be the place you want to go.
I thank them and I head that way.
All right, and that's easy enough to find. It's got a big book just kind of like comically open on the front of it, like you would see in some kind of obviously exaggerated bookstore in any kind of fiction you can find. And Tabitha is on the inside of the sheets of this like big book shaped sign. So you go ahead and walk in there. And you see this kind of older halfling behind the desk there. And she's, welcome to Tabitha's. What are you looking to read?
Do you got any wizard tomes or spell tomes?
Wizard tomes or spell tomes. Those tend to be a little bit more controlled because they can be dangerous. But I do have a couple of books on the basics of spellcasting as a whole, if that's what you're looking for.
That might be up my alley. I could probably use that.
All right. Did you have a school of magic in mind, honey, or or kind of look into a little bit of everything?
Probably some. I'll probably start out with something with like the basics.
All right, the basics. I got you, honey. You stay right there. And she kind of goes in the back, and about a minute or two later, she comes back, and she quite literally has a Magic for Dummies book. It says, "This should be about the basics for you, honey."
Okay.
And she says, "That'll be 1 gold and 7 silver."
All right.
Is that all you're looking for today?
That'll be it for now. Thank you.
All right, honey. You have a nice one.
You too.
And then on to Tasha. You said you wanted her to find incense.
Yeah, for cleansing.
Gotcha. Did you want to? How did you want to find that? Did you want to ask around, or did you want to kind of try to follow your nose?
I'll follow my nose. I ain't gonna ask anybody.
All right, then go ahead and make a perception check for me.
What is my? I don't remember.
Your perception, you add a +5 to that. So just roll a d20 and add 5.
I got a 17.
All right, pretty easy enough. There's a lot of strong smells because it's just all the random things that are on the market. But you do eventually find a kind of small stand and you just see incense burning. You see other like candles, what look to be maybe essential oils and just other plant things, but you do see a lot of incense that seems to be for sale. And sitting in the tent is this kind of slender-looking tiefling with this gorgeous purple skin. Horns kind of curl inwards and like kind of like that. I don't know if you can see the camera, but kind of like that.
Yeah.
And they've got a couple of decorations hanging off the horns. They seem to be dressed like you would find any merchant, just about. And they say, "Welcome. What are you looking for today?"
I would like one of each of the incense you have.
All right. Did you mean like one stick? Do you want like one set? How is this?
I'll take like 2 bundles.
All right, 2 bundles of incense. Now, are we talking terms of like spell components, or are you just getting incense to use incense?
Use incense.
Okay, that should be easy enough. For 2 sets of incense, do you have a smell that you prefer, or you just want like burning incense for ceremonies?
Ceremonies.
All right, that should be simple enough. For 2 little bundles of that, that'll cost you about 8 silver.
All right, good sir. Here you go.
Anything else I could help you with today?
Nope.
All right, you
I'm
have
just
a nice one.
keeping short and to the point, and then I leave and I go to the place with the best drinks.
Enjoy the market.
Not
All right,
saying
so
anything.
you're finding your way to the Spotted Owl then. All right, does anybody else have anything they're looking for in the market, or?
Is
Go ahead.
is there a place in the market where gambling is the focus?
How many
Uh,
silver? I'm sorry.
8
How
silver.
many silver? 8. Okay.
8 silver. So yeah, just take off a gold and then add 2 silver because they gave you back 2 silver for change. That's one way to do it.
Okay.
If you wanted to roll an investigation check for me, it's not out in the open because gambling is still not.
Is it not legal?
It's legal. It's just
Frowned upon.
not. It's frowned upon in a public environment, especially where kids are gonna be running around in the market. Because the market in itself is almost kind of a festival. Like you can see, like
Mhm.
regular carnival food. Like there's caramel apples. There's not cotton candy, but something similar to that. There's like kettle corn. It generally seems like a festival that just
Kettle
mainly be
corn.
focused on selling things.
17.
17. All right. You do seem to find one stand. People aren't gambling at it, but they are selling things to gamble with. Like you see them selling decks of cards, dice, things in that nature. If that's what you're looking for.
I'm more so looking for a place to make money.
Gotcha. Then you're probably gonna want to look for an inn or tavern.
Okay, I'll head there.
Are you gonna
Alright.
say goodbye to me, or are you just gonna leave?
Just gonna walk off.
Yeah, how is that handled? With you and your
Sorry.
traveling headache.
Hey.
I don't really have a whole lot of gold to work with. I think we'd be better off trying to. We don't really need anything right now, especially if they're going to give us provisions.
Yeah,
I think
that's fine.
I think we're better off going and trying to make money rather than spend money.
Oh yeah, I forgot they are gonna give you rations as well. They're not gonna send you out there without food. I did forget to say that.
Why don't you head to? I don't know. Which one do you think?
I mean, you
The
know we
Spotted
work.
Owl?
You know
There
we
was
work better. You
yeah,
know we work
Spot.
better together, so it'd be better if we went together.
Yeah. Well,
Spotted
If
Owl
you-
has
if-
better drinks. Woodland Rogue has better food.
If you've got something you just absolutely want to do, we can go do that first. But I don't see the need for us to hang around
I
here.
can perform anywhere.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
All right.
Do we have to go to the Spotted Owl though?
Do you want to go to the other one?
You know how I feel about bird jokes.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry. What's the other one called? I forgot.
I don't know. What do you think the best place would be to? I pick out this merchant, right, that's selling gambling goods.
Yeah.
I'd like to walk up to him and ask him where's the best place for games of chance in Stratham.
For games of chance, you say? Well, you're looking to win, or are you looking to actually test your luck?
Either or.
If you're looking to win,
I
the
prefer to
drunkers
win.
over at the Spotted Owl are going to be a little bit easier for you.
I audibly let out a small, like a slight squawk, and I just, okay, whatever. I guess we'll go to the Spotted Owl.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, we'll leave a terrible review on Yelp. It's Yelp. It's spelled with an E, by the way.
God damn it. All right, so that leaves Ybarra, Vyth. Got anything you guys want to look for, or are you guys going to head to an inn?
I'm gonna go to the bookstore first.
Okay.
So
Halo in real life.
All right. How do you go about finding the bookstore? Do you ask for directions, or you just kind of wander around aimlessly?
well, I've been here for a little bit. Like I've
Okay.
been in town
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah. So, which one are you going to Tabitha's, or are you going somewhere else?
Would Tabitha's have the book I want? It's on smithing techniques, or do I need to find somewhere else? Smithing techniques of different dwarven
Yeah. No. Yeah.
smiths.
No, Tabitha wouldn't have that, but there is a shop that specializes in blacksmith equipment that might have what you're looking for.
Okay, I'll go see them. And in the process, so yeah, I'll go see them.
All right. So you find yourself upon Igor's anvil.
And when I've being in the city as long as I would at least know Igor a little bit.
You would have been in the shop before, You haven't met Igor yet. You've met some of the, for lack of a better term, cashiers there.
Yeah.
But you haven't met Igor yet.
Okay, I thought I didn't know if he was the only one that ran it.
No,
Okay.
no. This is like big operation. Like they sell a lot of
Smithing
blacksmithing
stuff.
tools and like not only just like smithing stuff, but like things to smith. Like they sell a bunch of ore. They sell ingots, and they do a lot of it in house. So they also hire a lot of blacksmiths and cashiers themselves to sell and make their own things.
Okay. So, all right. Sounds like a plan.
All right, so you find yourselves upon Igor's anvil, and oddly enough, not comically advertised with an anvil on the front. It just seems like a typical blacksmithing shop, but it's definitely bigger than the one back in your hometown, just due
Mhm.
to the scale of things needed here, because this is essentially the place people go if they need something smithed. This is the place they go in town, whether it's weapons, armor, or just like cooking utensils.
Okay.
And so you walk in the door and you see kind of this bigger, uh, just like ripped out of his fucking mind, half orc, just kind of sitting there manning the cashier, or the not cash register, but you know what I mean. He's manning the till. And he looks over in your direction like, "Can I help you?"
Have I seen him before?
You would recognize this guy. This man is. Did I write down his name somewhere? I did not. So you would recognize this man's name is Thud.
Hey, Thud.
Oh, Ybarra. What are you looking for today?
Well, apparently, the old man decided I needed to go get some seasoning. So he sent me out. He's sending me off to work for the auction house for a while.
Give me
If
one
I
second. Let me. I want to roll something real quick because this guy's not this. Nope. No, he understood what you meant by seasoning. Never mind.
okay,
He
in
was
my
about
head,
to ask if you wanted to go to the to the spice like the herbs shop instead.
and I would say, he. So I just wanted to come and pick up some supplies, a new hammer, and
All right.
I want
That
to get a
should be
book on
easy.
smithing techniques
Yeah.
and different materials.
All right. Let me go ahead and see how much blacksmithing tools are.
I know this is out of game. I know this is probably an oddly specific request.
Yeah. Okay, so the smith's tools will cost you about 20 gold pieces.
Okay.
And then how much and then the book should be about another that'll be about like another gold piece because there is some expert knowledge in there from Igor and some of his blacksmiths. So it
Okay.
is a little bit more than your regular book. And
That's
then how
fine.
much in materials were you looking to get?
Not like so. Really, I just wanted the tool set.
Okay.
Really, I'm looking for. I'm also seeing if does the. So I'm really looking for like a 10-pound hammer.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that'll just come in the smith's tools.
Okay.
So yeah, the hammer, travel anvil, stuff that you would.
All right. And then
And then he's.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. Fuck you.
And then I'll give. Is it one more time out of character? Is it Thud or Thud?
Thud.
Okay. I'll give Thud 3 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Just because I seem to like Thud, and I don't think he's the idiot that he comes off as sometimes.
Yeah.
Thud.
You would know that Thud's a nickname because he's a little bit taller than a lot of the architecture and he keeps hitting his head off of things. So
what I
that's
was
why they call
thinking.
him Thud. That's not his actual name, but everybody just knows him as Thud.
Okay. And I
He's,
give him the 3 extra. I give him the 3 extra gold pieces.
Thank you for the tip. And let me go back and get that book just to be safe.
Thank you.
He goes back, gets the book, gets you this like heavy sack that has your smithing stuff in it. He's like, "All right, book's in the bag. You're all paid for. Anything else you need, you know to come to Igor's."
Yep. And then I'll go back to the forge I work at I know I had like one piece I needed to finish today, and I will anger pound the metal and anger finish, and in anger just finish that and make sure it's probably the best work the guy's ever seen me do.
Okay. All right. So then, while you're hate pounding because you've met Allie today.
Hate pounding.
Yeah.
Not
I
because
like that.
it's only partially because of her. It's more because he sent me without telling me what he was sending me for.
Okay. And then
Way to do it.
Vyth, you have anything on your agenda today? You want to go back and speak to your soft one friends, or do you want to buy anything?
So before I go back to the
Go
stout
lay on a
top
rock in
ones,
the sun.
shut up. I want to go to the Temple of Saren Ray, or see if I can find it.
You would not find one in this country because it's not one of the 4 approved religions.
Oof. All right. Well, then, after looking for that and not finding it, I do go to look for the stall that my boys set up.
All right. You go and look for the stall, and they fucking vanished.
It's
Like,
really
you see that there was definitely things there, but they realized once you went to go pay for their fine that they didn't want to be there when you came back, so they've dipped.
Can I roll to see if Vyth realizes why they left? Like,
Ah.
would I just flat not understand why they
Go
left?
ahead and roll a straight intelligence check for me.
Okay. Which, if I ever find that, is that on my additional sense type? No.
No, it just let me. I
Just
can just find the modifier for
Click.
you.
You would click on where it says your
You
intelligence
just roll a
modifier.
d20.
Yeah.
You add
Yeah.
roll a d20, add nothing.
14.
Nothing.
You could tell that they definitely left in a hurry, and they didn't exactly leave anything for you to find them. So you kind of get the sense that they're avoiding you, but you're not sure why.
Okay. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna like go back to the auction house and try and like fall asleep like outside next to it, like kind of in an alley or in a corner kind of thing.
All right, so you find your way back to the auction house. Do you ask inside if they have places to sleep in there, or do you?
No, I just
Okay, you
flat
just kind of find like you just find a soft spot of grass in like an alley near there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then with that, we have everybody that's going towards the Spotted Owl now, with the exception of Ybarra and Vyth off doing their own things right now. All right. So I think Amari would have gotten to the tavern first. So you get to the Spotted Owl, and behind you find the bar, and you see something kind of familiar. Although not exactly common, you find something familiar behind the bar, and you see this yellow plumaged Aarakocra. Oh, no, not Aarakocra. Kenku. It was a Kenku sitting behind the bar. And you kind of hear in a voice that sounds a little bit too deep for it because Kenkus are fucking weird. Hello. How can I help you today?
What a character,
tell-
what the hell is that?
And then you see someone like maybe like, that's just the barkeeper. He's a Kenku. They talk weird.
Sounds like a racial term for some type of bird.
No, that's just the
Kenku-
name of the race.
A kenku is like a crow with feet and arms.
Yep. They're also cursed, which is why they can only mimic things.
Oh my
So
god!
that's why. What?
It's haunting my nightmares. I'm already terrified of birds.
Yeah. Although he looks a little bit different because this Kenku does have yellow plumage to him, but still that kind of dark skin to it.
Is this canon to the lore? Like, are you and your character terrified of birds, or just you?
That's me. That's just
Because
gonna
if Amari is terrified of birds, we're gonna be in for a really rough time.
No, he's not scared of birds. Not that I know of.
Which one of these was which?
So no one else is here? Except
No one
for
else is there yet. You're the first one to make it.
Okay, I want to go to the barkeep and kind of like pull him away from the weird bird thingy.
The barkeep is the bird thingy.
I thought he was the other thing.
No, he is the barkeep.
Ah, sweet. I'm gonna talk to the weird bird thingy, and I'm gonna ask him if within the past week anybody kind of like a stray person like maybe came in and like got a drink. If he knows of anybody coming in, kind of just didn't belong there.
You see him kind of cock his head, not sure how to answer that. So he just like holds up a finger and like he'll be right back. And he goes to get someone from the kitchen. And there you see walk out this big burly minotaur that is in the kitchen. He's like, you need something?
Yeah, I'm just curious if maybe you've like seen somebody that maybe didn't belong here, or maybe just kind of a lone traveler. Someone just maybe by themselves, maybe had like a little person with them, or
You'd have to be more specific than that. There's a lot of weird folk that come in around this time.
well, I mean, might have seemed kind of mean. Kind of weird. Just didn't really belong. Might have been here within the last week or two.
They kind of shake their head like, sorry, this is the one time of year that we're not really paying attention to who's in the bar.
All right, I'll just go
Especially
sit
with
down
it
and have a
being the
drink.
first time in a long time. And then you see them just kind of wave and walk back into the kitchen.
All right, throw up my hood again, and I go sit at the table.
All right. And then eventually, another Kenku
How sweet.
walks up to your table. This time a different color. This one's more like mostly black, but he has like a couple of like orange spots on him.
Okay.
Like, hello, what do you want today?
Surprise me.
And there's your token if you wanted to sit yourself at a table or at the
I'm
bar.
gonna sit here.
All right.
Actually,
All right. And then he
I'm gonna sit
says,
here.
and they look at you and say, food, drink.
Both.
Okay. Exciting drink or normal drink.
Exciting. Like this,
Okay.
this is a fun game of charades.
And then he says, okay, 1 minute. And let me go ahead and pull up the menu because I even have a menu planned out for this.
Better think on the spot, Brusky.
All right. So at first he assumes when you said food and surprise him that he's just gonna try to get a big tip out of this, so he's gonna bring you a bunch of food.
As long as it's not bird food.
It's not. So he comes out with what looks to be essentially loaded potato skins. Like you see some kind of cheese in there with bacon and green onions in potato skins. And he brings you a shot glass, but the shot glass is glowing a little bit.
Fantastic.
And then he says,
can I make a perception check on the shot glass?
go for it. What are you trying to perceive about the shot glass?
If it's gonna kill me.
It won't kill you.
I
can just
don't
tell. It will kill you.
Okay.
Something fun might happen, but it won't kill you.
Ah, love surprises. I've already
Well,
had
go ahead and
so
roll your
many.
perception check just to be safe. See
I
if you
think
notice
I
what
have
this might be on the menu.
I don't remember what my modifier is, so.
I think it's +5 for that for perception.
Oh, sweet! It's a 13.
All right, so you've at least looked at your menu, and you notice one thing on the menu sticks out in particular. And you see it's something called a surging shot. And essentially, upon consumption, you roll a d6, and something random will happen.
I like surprises. Alright. I tip him 20 gold.
And he says, more food to come. Because he got you an appetizer and an entree because you said surprise me.
Alright, I'm all for this, dude. So,
And then about the time you get your appetizer and your shot, Baruin, you walk into the bar.
Baruin in the bar.
And then is there anything particular you do in the bar? Do you try to find a table? Do you ask for a room? Because the day is still kind of early. It's a little bit. I want to say
I
a little bit
probably
closer to dinner time. It's not exactly late yet.
I'd probably find a table and order some food while I read the book I just got.
All right. Go ahead and seat yourself. You do notice the same Kenku behind the bar and another one kind of walking around to tables. All right, and the Kenku walks up to you and is like, "Hello. What would you like today? Food or drink?" And you can kind of tell like someone read off a script to them what to say because it's very much robotic, very much monotone, but it works.
And he's talking to me.
Let me go ahead and actually.
Or talking to me.
I will say this: the special shot that Tasha got is not on this menu, but I am going to go ahead and see if I can share this menu with you guys. There it is. Spotted Owl.
Where is
Actually,
it?
wait. No, I don't want to share this with you guys. Never mind. There's other things on here that you can't know yet.
Mm.
Zoom out a little bit. I should be able to get a screenshot.
I'm probably just going to get a water and a meat platter. Whatever meat platter they have.
All right. So water is easy enough to get, and the closest thing to a meat platter would either be the cheese platter, jerky strips, or essentially chicken strips. There's the rough and basics of the menu, minus the shot that
Okay.
Tasha got.
I'd go for the chicken strips then.
All right.
Chicken.
All right. So the Kenku brings you out your water and your chicken strips. The sauce is kind of similar to mayonnaise mixed with ketchup. It's nothing fancy, but it seems to be popular in the shop. And then about this time, Kenku comes back with the rest of your food, Tasha, and he brings you out. Do you have anything that your character wouldn't like? Is your character vegetarian? Is there anything they don't eat?
Nah.
All right, then he brings out what looks to be uh, a kind of chowder of some sorts with bits of like lamb and peppers. He brought you the lamb chowder as well.
At this time, I take my shot.
All right, go ahead and roll a d6 for me then, Tasha. And let me
I
know
love
what you
this
get.
for me. Got 5.
All right.
Oh,
No,
no.
no.
All
I'll
right.
regret it
Oh,
later, but that's
no.
fine.
What if there's
So
not a later?
you feel fine at first. You feel like the shot was definitely strong alcohol, but there was definitely something else in there. And you look down, and your hand isn't there. The shot turns you invisible, Tasha. Your clothes and your equipment on you are still visible, but your physical body is invisible.
I'm just gonna stay with my cloak on. And I'm gonna sit there.
People just see the spoon float up to and just
Yes.
vanish.
That'll freak people out enough to kind of question this place.
All right. Then about this time, we see two more familiar faces in
Hey.
Tim and Allie.
Allie.
And then the Kenku behind the bar is, "Welcome. How could I help you?"
I subtly nod, kind of bird to bird, and say, "I'll give you 5 gold pieces if you can point me in the direction of your games of chance."
And then he kind of points to this table over here where you can kind of see a game already going.
Whoa.
Mhm.
And he says, "Game," and just points at the table.
Okay. I drop him 5 gold pieces, and I say, "Here's 5 more if you'll keep my tankard full for the remainder of the night."
And he says, "Alcohol," and just kind of like waves the coin back at you. And
Alcohol.
yep. And then he says, "Kind of alcohol." More or less asking if you want like a wine, a lager, like beer, like gin. Looks like they have ale.
Ale.
Okay. I think that is. Okay, yeah, they do have ale. It just wasn't on the list that it wasn't.
Wasn't on
Okay.
the menu. Your
No,
menu
it's
was
there.
closed
It's
this
just
week?
it's on the same page as stuff I didn't want to show you guys.
Oh.
Mainly about the deal with the tavern keeper and the owners.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. You know.
All right. So he says, "Okay, ale." And so you walk over to the game and you see a kind of familiar face. You recognize one of them to be the guard that was with you guys earlier.
Y'all about to get arrested again.
Yes.
And he says, "Oh, you two again."
Oh, us two again.
I
Didn't you
look
miss
I,
us?
I look at Allie and I just subtly nod. It's kind of like our way without having to say what we're planning on doing, and just kind of acting on it. And I sit down at the table. And how much is the buy-in?
You guys are looking to play.
I'm always looking to play.
Yeah.
More so looking to win, but always looking to play.
Exactly.
Alright.
Exactly.
All right. Let me go ahead and find. There we go. There we go. All right. The game's called Lia's Dice. Something you two should be pretty good at, apparently.
What do you mean?
All right. And I'm going to go ahead and explain the rules real quick.
Okay.
He says the buy-in is 10 silver, which is essentially 1 gold.
Okay.
Money's a little bit different in this world than in a couple other games. You guys are going to get a lot, so golds don't mean that much. They're still like not small. Like they can still feed a family. You can still feed a family with a gold, but it's not like $100 bill anymore.
Yeah.
All right. So all participating players will roll 5d6 and keep their rolls hidden.
Okay.
Each turn, a player gets to bid on a face value and the number equal to the number of dice showing. Each turn, a player gets to bid on a face value, and the number equal to the number of dice showing that face value. That makes no fucking sense.
You picked a complicated game. I was just hoping for like blackjack or something.
Okay, I know. We'll do this. We'll do this instead.
It's war.
All right. The game's still gonna be called Liar's Dice. I'm just gonna make up some rules real quick.
That's fine.
All right. So essentially, do you guys know the rules, or do you need me to explain it for you?
You know, everyone plays differently. I wouldn't hurt for knowing what your table rules are.
All right. So essentially, you guys are gonna roll 3d6, and you want the numbers to be as big as they can be, and if you can get them in a pair, they're worth double.
All right.
So you're essentially rolling for highest value, but pairs are worth double.
Okay.
Okay.
And after you've rolled, you can see what your die is. You can choose to fold there. And if you choose to wager more or to hold, you can re-roll your dice as well.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Oh yeah.
So what about if you get 3 of the same roll?
That's a good question.
Then it gets tripled. If it's
Oh.
doubled, if it's 2, tripled if it's all 3.
All right. All right.
Okay. Can I get a sleight of hand check to roll double the amount of dice and trade them out before he sees me?
I will say yes.
So that I can roll 3 6s?
You can roll 3d6s, but you're gonna have to do that every time you roll, just so you know. And you are playing against the guard and one of the regulars here, so you guys are gonna be playing against 2 people.
Okay.
So I'm
Are you
rolling
both
two,
playing,
I'm rolling 2 sets of 3, right?
Yeah, you're rolling.
Do I need
You're
a-
rolling 6 because of your sleight of hand, but roll sleight of hand for me first, and I'm gonna roll to see if.
You're also rolling against someone who knows you're full of crap.
It's
22.
I gave the guard advantage because he knows you guys are probably up to something. Still rolled a 13 minus 2 for an 11.
I want to remind you my sleight of hand is a +8.
Fucking what? Is it? I need to see this. I don't doubt you, but fucking because you have.
Yep.
Yep, you have expertise. That's right.
Yep. My sleight
Yeah.
of hand is a +8.
Yeah, the guard doesn't know you, and the other patron doesn't notice. All right, so
I
you
can
can go
roll-
ahead and roll 3d6, and you can pick, or you can roll 66 and pick the dice you want, but you have to pick 3 of them.
Yeah.
So I can go ahead and roll as well.
You can roll 3 because you didn't roll
I'm
sleight
just
of
gonna,
hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what
So add them up, and then
Mhm.
including whatever if you have multiples,
Do we?
and then let me roll before we go
Do
any
we-
further.
Do we have to bet before we roll,
You
or
you
is
do
it
the
just one
buy-in.
gold? Is it just one gold piece every single time?
Well, the
We can't,
buy-in
like-
is 10 silver,
So
and
one
those
gold
are what you're using to bet with. So you roll first, and then you bet.
Okay. So we
So you can
basically
choose.
okay.
Yeah.
So we've got it covered, and then we can bet. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
is
you're
it
just
is it
essentially
highest?
buying your tokens.
Is it highest roll wins?
Highest total roll wins.
Okay.
Actually, I'm trying to find my d6s that match so I don't get them confused.
Yeah, that's what I did. I pulled out my 3.
Okay, good. I found my orange creamsicle and my other ones that are also matching. All right, so the guard, and then all right, okay. All right, the guard and the regular that seem to be with you, they are both going to bet 2 silvers. So there's 4 silvers in the pot. Do you guys want to bet anything?
If
So
I
they're
bet,
2 silver each.
If you bet, you can re-roll, but if you want to roll 6 again, then you're going to have to do another sleight of hand.
but if I bet more, do they have to match my bet?
They can. We'll say yes, but
Or
they
can,
also have the option to pull out.
yeah, or they can bail out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll drop a gold piece on the table.
And their eyes just kind of go wide because you essentially dropped a $20 bill when they were using ones.
I told you I came to win.
I'm gonna also drop a gold piece.
All right, the regular's out. He's like, too rich for me. And the guard's like, actually, I'm going to roll an insight check for him real quick just to see. Nope. He's like, there's no way you have anything. And he's going to put 8 more silver on the table because that's 1 gold equivalent.
If you don't think I have anything interesting, let's make it interesting. Go ahead and put 2 gold pieces on the table.
And now that everybody's bet, unless you guys want to raise again.
Do you have to re-roll all 3?
You don't have to. You can pick and choose which
No.
one to re-roll.
So I can just re-roll like 2.
You
of
can
them?
let's say you roll like a 1, a 4, and a 6. You can re-roll the 1 if you want to.
Okay.
So I can re-roll 1 die.
You can re-roll up to 3, but whatever you roll, you
Yeah.
keep. So if it goes lower,
Okay.
all right,
Rolled the exact same thing.
all right. So have you guys finished your rolling?
Yes.
Are you sure you don't want to make this interesting and go another gold piece?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because the guard already doesn't like you.
What? My bird boy is so likable though.
It's not about him being a likable boy. It's about
My
you two
bird
being assholes.
boy.
I believe that's a 7. I think my persuasion's a 5.
Oof.
Yeah,
your
it's a 7.
He's like, nah. I want to see how this hand plays. All right. So then, what's your total, Jeff?
18.
What the fuck?
3
60.
6s.
Oh my god. Yeah. Amanda, did you happen to roll 18 as well? Or
Nope.
Jeff, you win the 3 gold pot. The guard rolled a what's that?
That's my
the guard
boy.
rolled a 12.
That's my
So the guard still
boy.
rolled well. He just didn't get any doubles or triples.
That's my boy.
So shall we go again? One more round? I'll give you a chance to get your gold back.
I've got nothing to lose. And now the old man's interested because he's seen that much money, and he's like,
Let's make it really good. 5 gold pieces to buy in.
at this point, the
Alright.
old man walks away. He's like, I can't even buy in with that much.
Hey, get back here. Get back here.
He looks at you kind of like you're crazy.
I'll spot you 5. I'll spot you 5.
And then he walks back to the table. He's like, I've got nothing to lose then.
But here's the deal. If you lose, you got to give me all the silver in your pocket.
Make a persuasion check.
With advantage? I mean, with a disadvantage, or it's normal?
Just straight roll.
15.
He kind of looks into his pocket and... Okay.
5
so
gold
we're-
pieces across the board.
The
So I
guard
put-
looks
I-
a
I put
little
in 10.
nervous about it.
I put in 10.
The guard looks a little nervous, but he's not about to be called a coward by someone he had almost had in handcuffs today. So he puts in 4 gold pieces and 10 silver because he didn't have any more gold pieces.
Okay. Can I get another sleight of hand check, but this time with advantage since they didn't see me the first time?
I would say no because they're still kind of watching you. I would almost
Can I?
not with disadvantage, but you're not
Wait.
far from it because now they're really watching this game because it's a lot more high stakes.
Okay.
Can I cast prestidigitate? I can't say it.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, prestidigitation and like cause like a loud noise to sound like far away that might be distracting
What is
and cover it
prestidigitation?
up.
Let me see
Real-
what prestidigitation does real quick.
This
Real
is
quick,
that-
I rolled a 26.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and roll their perception checks. He's still rolling with advantage because he doesn't trust you. Oh, he could. Never mind. He could even see you
He can't
anyways.
beat a 26.
No, he can't.
Okay, I guess never mind. I don't need a cast.
Yeah, no.
All right.
All right, so I'm good to roll. I'm good to roll my 6 again, right?
Yeah, go for it. How's everybody else doing? By the way, because we seem to be having.
Apparently we're
Most-
gambling.
I'm
I'm
done after
slight-
this round. I'm done after this
Okay.
round. by
I'm
the way.
slightly waiting for somebody to notice that I'm invisible, or at least the
Mhm.
fact that they can just see a floating cloak in the corner.
What's your Tasha? What's your stealth bonus?
I don't know if I have one.
Let me go ahead and check for you real quick.
Here, I can pull it up. You can continue.
Stealth is a +4. The Kenku does not notice that you're invisible now. Because he walked. I rolled a 5 for his perception check. He does not notice you.
Yes.
He just sees the spoon go up and he's, must be the shot. Is not too concerned about it. All right.
No thoughts, head empty, just vibes.
All right.
literally
So
have no head.
then,
The rules, you said if we rolled the same number twice and 3 times, it doubles and triples. What does that mean?
essentially, if you roll the same number twice, let's say you rolled 2 2s instead of
Mhm.
that would be 2 4s. Then essentially, you double both dice.
Okay, so I didn't get an 18. I
You
got
got
a
36.
6.
Yes, I got a
36.
36.
Yeah. So you definitely won the first one.
Okay.
It's not going to change anything. You
No,
won
I'm
it
just-
either
I'm-
way.
I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
it changed the gold. I wanted to make sure I understood the rules. Okay.
You know, it just changes
Okay,
the number.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It gives you a better chance if you ended up rolling like 2 3s. Gives
Mhm.
you a little bit better of a chance.
All right. I
Alright.
would like to
Now,
Just-
if you roll 3 of the same number, it triples it?
It triples it, yeah. So if say you rolled 3 4s, then you essentially have
You'd have
3
36.
12s. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would like to just like reach out and drop another piece of gold on the table.
The old man just kind of looks at you and then puts 10 silver out of the coin purse that he was going to give to Jeff if he won anyway, if he lost anyways. Money spent already.
Come on. This is a children's game. What weak bets? I put 5 more gold on the table.
Oh,
And this old man's eyes just go fucking wide. Like he is just he like if he didn't know any better, he might try to mug you once you left today. If he didn't know any better. And the
What you say there,
guard
bud?
kind of freezes up for a second.
I'm gonna look over at him and be like, "You scared?" As I drop the like matching bet.
You know what? Allie, go ahead and roll an intimidation check. Because now he's kind of scared of you guys.
Can I give advantage if I look at him with crazy bird eyes?
Sure.
All right. I'll roll a second dice. That would be a 21.
While this is happening, can I get another sleight of hand check to roll 2 dice instead of 1 to replace what I rolled?
I mean, you can roll as many dice as you want whenever
No,
you
I
roll.
understand that, but I only want to reroll
Oh.
1.
We'll get to that in a second because we'll see if
Okay.
we have to see if they pull out first if you're just betting against Amanda.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Because now the guard is fucking terrified of you two. And he doesn't think he can leave the table, so he just kind of looks into his like sack of coins there, and he's like, "It's not 5 gold," and he just drops the sack of coins he had on the table.
You work with what you got.
And the old man is like, "I can't. I can't."
Hey, if you bail out, you're losing what's in your pocket anyway. Remember?
The thing is, you only said the silver, so he's got like other. Oh, no, he's got like copper in there. He puts the sack on there too. All right. So if you guys want to go ahead and re-roll whatever you're going to roll, Jeff,
I
roll
don't need-
another sleight of hand check. If you're
I
going.
don't need to re-roll. I'm good.
Okay. He's going. The old man's gonna reroll all of his dice because he rolled pretty bad.
Okay.
Okay. So that's. All right, and then. Yeah, he wouldn't think this is good enough, so he's gonna. Oh, that's better. Okay.
Can you re-roll more than once?
You can reroll multiple die, but you can only reroll once.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right, so then the guard rolled a total of. So that's 8, 16, 22. The guard rolled a 22.
The guard loses.
The old man rolled worse than him, so.
The old man loses.
All right.
I rolled a. Wait. Hold on. Hold, please. Yes, I rolled a 22.
So the dice are revealed, and the guard is visibly upset, and he storms out yelling, "I'll fucking remember this." And you guys have probably lost some reputation with the local guards in the area, just as a heads up.
Why? The guy gets upset when he loses?
Who is you guys?
Amari and Tim.
Okay.
No.
Not
Allie and
Amari.
Tim.
Yeah, Allie. I'm so sorry.
So we lose reputation because dude's throwing a hissy fit that he got beat in a game.
You guys
Sounds
lost
like
reputation because you
that
bullied him
age.
into betting his entire wallet on the game.
We didn't bully him into anything. He did that on his
Then
own.
what was
is
that
not-
intimidation check? He was gonna leave.
all that
Sounds
was
like a
all
him problem.
all that was asked was he scared?
The
That's-
The
The
telling me
intimidation check stands. You guys bullied him into betting his entire wallet, whether
He
you
could've
like it or
got-
not.
He could have gotten up and walked
Question.
away.
No, he
The real
couldn't have.
question-
Yes, he could've.
No, the real question is, how much did we get?
All right, so the old man had about 16 silver and 5 copper in his bag. Not a
Okay.
whole lot. And the guard had another 2 gold pieces,
So we pulled
Another-
7. We pulled 7 gold pieces off the guard.
another 12 silver, and about 13 copper.
I'll let you hold on to that, babe.
So realistically, all in all, I'm walking out about 15 gold pieces more than what I had.
About, yeah.
Cool.
I'll let you hold on to that. Can I just have back what I put in?
Yeah.
Please.
You can have 5. I'll take 10. Actually, you can take it all.
Okay. So then, how's your food going, Tasha? You liking the lamb? The lamb? What's it called?
Pretty eaten. I'm just watching everybody and how they interact with everybody else.
Are you watching the show that is in the corner of the fucking room?
Yes, I was.
Since we've wrapped up, can I look around and see if I notice anyone?
Ray?
If I notice any weird
Ray.
shenanigans?
If you notice Ray.
I notice Ray.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay.
Are you like actively looking for something weird in the bar? Or are you just kind of like glancing around?
I'm just actively looking around to see if any of the people we just saw
Then roll. No, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. That's an 11.
You notice Baruin because he's kind of like right there. You don't notice Ray because it's not Ray. It's a cloak in the corner eating soup. She is not there.
Can I just want to go like sit next to Baruin. Like, hi.
All right, but while you guys are getting to that, Ybarra, I believe you had some business at the smithy. Is there anything you want to do in there in particular, or?
I'm just pounding out this sword.
Okay.
And I'll probably be doing that for a while.
Okay.
And I'll probably sleep there.
Okay. Then Vyth, you find. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me real quick, Vyth.
I mean, if I needed the lizard, if he hears me, he's more than welcome to stay.
The auction house is not near where you're staying right now. Go ahead and roll a survival check to see how comfortable of a space you find to sleep is.
Sorry, it was 10.
10? Okay, yeah. You find somewhere that's not going to be uncomfortable to sleep, but it's not exactly like you're sleeping in comfort either.
Yeah.
All right. Baruin, you see a familiar face walk up to you in the form of Tim and Allie.
Oh, I think it's just Allie. I don't know where Tim is. Tim
Just
is
Allie.
AWOL.
Allie walks up to you and
Okay, what happened? Sorry, I just
Allie
whammed
just
the
kinda
back
walked
of my
up to
computer
you.
with my foot.
Oh no.
So,
you have your water and your chicken strips by now. And
okay.
Amari not Amari, Allie.
Do I notice, because I'm kind of like buried in this book that I just bought?
What's your passive perception?
11.
How loud do you think you're being, Allie?
I would say I have calmed down a little bit. Like,
All right.
I just got some money. Like, I'm chill.
Yeah, I would say he doesn't notice you immediately. Like, you'll have to tap him on the shoulder to get his attention.
I'm gonna like just like softly like I'm gonna try to not scare this cat.
Yeah.
I'm used to dealing with like animal people, so I kind of know. I feel like maybe how to appropriately get someone's attention.
All right. She taps on your shoulder, TJ. How do you react?
Kind of debated to act like my cat would and just bite the hand.
I think everybody would agree with you on that one.
But I just slowly look over.
What are you reading?
Oh, I'm studying basics of magic.
Oh, are you magic?
Sort of, at times.
Oh, I am also sort of at times. I think maybe different magic though.
I could do like small stuff, but I haven't learned anything fancy.
Me too. That's why I also have a sword. You know. If you can't magic your problems away, just stab them, right?
At least I hope it doesn't come to that.
I'm just gonna like wander towards the bar, like.
Yeah.
asleep.
Tim, how much of you, as you keep finishing your ales, they seem to be bringing you a new one each time. The ale that you keep getting brought is called where the fuck is it? Not this page, is this one. Sleeping Basket Fruit Ale. So it's kind of like a fruitier kind of ale.
Okay.
Just for flavor, just for context. And then
Is there something that's not? It's more kind of stout.
I could just read you off the lagers. There's Fish and Mule Lager, which is an amber lager. There's House Porter, which is light brown porter. I don't know what that is.
That one.
There's Overgrown Pony Stout, which is a dark brown stout.
No, the previous one.
The House Porter.
Yeah, that one.
All right, that's about 5% alcohol, just so. Because the thing that I did for this included alcohol percentages, so there you go.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm about 5 foot. 120 pounds.
How many do
how
you
long-
think you've drank by now?
How long has it been?
The game took probably all of about like 20 minutes. How long do you think you'd be drinking ale in the bar?
How long have I been in the bar? About half hour.
With the time it took you to finish the game, and for Ali and Baruin to talk, maybe about like 30 minutes.
Okay, so I'm about. I'd say it's about 15 minutes per 20 minutes per.
Okay, so you're not.
Playing the game probably set me back because I was more
Yeah.
focused on winning the game. So I'm probably just now starting my second.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And so, Ali, you walk up to the bar.
Yes.
Hello. How can I help you?
Can I get something to drink and like a snack? A snacky snack?
And he just kind of just hands you a menu,
Okay.
and you see the same things I told Jeff, like those kind of ales. You see a
Right.
couple of wines.
What are the
You
wines?
see, we have Depressed Maple Pinot Noir. That's just the name it gave me.
It's
Press
sad.
maple.
Depressed
Depressed.
maple.
That was
Well,
my
this is
answer.
Depressed Map Pinot Noir, so I'm just assuming maple. There is the Restrained Turtle Pinot Noir. Don't know what the fuck that means.
Love these
Okay,
already.
Okay.
The
Okay.
Teal Scythe Shiraz.
Shiraz.
The Meaty Sean Riesling. Don't know what that fucking means. And then they also have hard liquor as well. If you want to know that list.
It's like I see the gens on this other list. Is there any other hard liquor?
There is the special shot that Tasha got as well. You do notice that one's a little bit more expensive because there is something magical in there, so it is a little bit more expensive. Also, while you're thinking about that, Ray, by this time, your little Kenku buddy walks up to you with essentially a receipt. All right.
How much is it, sir?
Okay, so the lamb chowder was 3 silver and 6 copper, so you can.
Is she still invisible?
She is still invisible, but she has her cloak kind of hiding most of her body, so you can't really tell.
If you look at me, you'd see the cloak, which probably you would just assume that you couldn't see my face because it's probably dark in my hood, and you just don't notice that I don't have feet.
The potato skins are another 5 silver, and the surging shot was about 5 gold.
I'll throw down 30 gold, and I'll tell him he can keep it.
Chunk and change.
His eyes just kind of go fucking wide, and he looks at you like, "You sure?"
Yep.
He kind of like happily starts grabbing the gold and putting it into his like little little waiter belt, and then he's like, "More food, free?
No, I'm good.
Room?
Yes.
One moment," and he runs off to go get you a room key. He's gonna take it out of the money that you gave him. It wasn't gonna be that much anyways.
Sweet.
That's so cute.
All right, and the room you end up with he is exceptionally happy, so you end up in this one.
Hell yeah, boy.
All right, and then you made any choice on food and drink yet?
I'm going to get the special shot, the depressed Pinot Noir,
I'm gonna sit there and watch.
and I think also the beef soup. Like beef soup.
Okay, one moment.
Oh, okay. I love you so much. I would commit crimes for you.
All right, you see him
I
kind
do-
of run off into the kitchen to give the Minotaur chef your order, and then
I'm
he
gonna
brings
look-
you.
I'm gonna
Did
look
you
back
just
at
order
Tim.
a glass or the whole bottle of wine?
Just a glass.
All right.
I'm gonna look back at Tim and be like, we should adopt a kid.
We can barely take care of ourselves.
But they're so sweet.
We just got arrested.
Fun.
All right.
And you're too crazy. That's why we can't do this.
Bet you love me.
That was not part of the discussion.
All right. Just so you know, for a glass of that wine, it would be 2 gold pieces, and then the shot's another 5, and then the beef soup is about 4 silver.
Okay.
So he brings you the shot, which you can see is kind of like this. It's still clear, but it's kind of glowing a little bit. Like you can definitely tell.
Okay.
The wine is red wine. Smells kind of sweet and oaky, according to the thing that I
According to the
generated.
Google.
And then a couple minutes later, he brings out the beef soup. There's like thick cubes of beef in there, a couple of peppers, a couple of onions. There's some grains in there. Looks like a good, like, nice thick soup. And Tim, you getting anything to eat?
Um,
I'm currently
Or are you just drowning your sorrows in ale tonight?
could I see a menu?
There is the one in the general chat that has
yeah.
all of the food on it.
I was mostly just keeping the
the mood.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And you see him.
Could I get an order of grilled rabbit rare?
And he kind of looks at you confused, like rare.
So
Less cooked.
put it kind of like put it on the grill for a couple seconds on each side, and then just pull it off.
Oh.
Ah,
gross.
you just kind of like a moment of realization, like you probably want it closer to And he walks off. And
Almost like you just killed it.
he kind of nods his head. Now, really understanding what you're saying. Anything else?
No, that'll be it. You got me covered on ale.
He wants to just squawk back at him.
He just kind of shakes his head, and then runs into the kitchen to tell the cook in there. A couple minutes later, you get your grilled rabbit. Definitely looks a little pinkish red in there. Wasn't on the grill for probably more than 5 seconds. You still get the white sauce. You still get the bread and mushrooms, but the rabbit is pretty much raw. It's at least warm, but it's not cooked.
This is like fine dining for you, isn't it, babe?
Just how I like it.
So it's blue essentially.
I would
And
like
then that
to.
rabbit's
I would
about
like to like kind
7
of.
silver.
I would like to kind of glance over at the raw rabbit and then like down my shot.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
That's a 4.
I give I give the Kenku a gold piece.
Amanda, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
15.
Okay. You meet the save on that. So you start to feel a little drowsy, but you don't fall asleep. That's it.
But
I
could
can't
we
be put
also
to sleep anyway, so
could we
by
also
magic.
could we also get a room?
Room for 2?
Yes, for 2.
Yes,
All right.
share.
Room for 2. Does it say how much it would be on here? All right. Room for 2. 1 gold, 6 silver.
We'll send him 2 extras. Or I look at Allie and I say, "You've got the money. You give him 2 gold pieces."
Okay. Can I go ahead and like hand over the 2 gold for the room and this 3 gold cover? No, 10 gold cover?
The shot was 5 gold. The glass of wine was 2,
Right.
and then the beef soup was 4 silver. So it would be 10 would cover it with a tip. Yeah,
Okay.
if
I'm
you're
just gonna
tipping.
hand him.
Realistically, you give him 10 gold pieces. It covers everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just give him 10 gold.
All right. And then he points to the stairs, and he says, "First room." And so you guys would be up in this room here.
Okay.
I've just finished my second ale. I asked for one more, and then I just down it and I head upstairs.
Okay, simple enough. Anybody else have any other plans for tonight, or
I'm gonna go upstairs.
are we going to bed?
And then I'm gonna be sad because they're 2 separate beds.
I will go ahead and go to bed because I was
Okay.
watching everybody. But
Probably gonna retire to a room, but I'm probably gonna like continue to read as long as I can stay awake anyway.
Yeah. A room for a single person or a singular person would be 8 silvers, just so you're aware.
Okay.
And then you can just pick whichever one of the 2 rooms left over.
Oh yeah, I got
They
the
only charge you
hotel
less
room.
for one person because they don't have to clean the other beds. At least they think. Some people are weird and get on both beds. I don't know.
It's me.
I mean, you only have one bed to get on anyways. It's just bigger.
Point. And
Alright.
case.
Other than that, anybody else have any plans? Vyth, Ybarra, you guys good to go? All right. I think that's a good stopping place for tonight.